Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Backgammon is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Now, this lesson I like to call Thinking Fast and Slow. Now, when people ask me to recommend a backgammon book, I instead recommend this book, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky. Now, this book is about cognitive bias, but there is clearly an overlap with backgammon because in this book, they outline system one and system two thinking. So, system one thinking is a kind of quick, unconscious, fast thinking we do, avoiding cracks on the pavement, ordering a coffee, certain things that just happen automatically. System two thinking, on the other hand, is more where we slow down, we cogitate, we think really carefully about what we're doing to make better informed decisions. And in this book, Kahneman and Tversky argue that we get these two systems confused. We think fast when we should be thinking slow, and we think slow when we should be thinking fast. So system one and system two become muddled, and we can see how that applies to backgammon. So system one thinking, we sometimes do too much of, and we don't think enough about the right decision over the board when we should be applying the system two thinking. So I'm going to show you some positions where you might use system one when really we should be using system two, slowing down, thinking more carefully about the correct play. So let's begin with this move here. So this is from the early game, and white has a 2-1 to play. So the correct move here is to make the anchor. Now, of course, it's very tempting to make the hitting play, preventing from green making the advanced anchor and unstacking our heavy 6-point as white, but that would be almost a blunder, as you can see on the left. Now, the reason for that is because we are outboarded 2-1. Green has made their 5-point. Getting hit back would be very risky. So here we simply make the advanced anchor against green's emerging prime structure. So here, system one, we hit without thinking, we pick up our dice. System two, we take a moment to think about what other candidate players that are over the board, and that leads us to making the anchor. Let's look at the next play here. White to play a 5-3. So here the right play is to run. Now again, system one tells us we have the stacks. Let's make the 3-point, make the 3-point quickly. But that would be wrong. And the reason why it's wrong is because we have already escaped a checker as white. And what is our game plan? Well, our game plan is to race because we are up by 9 pips. So let's extricate that lone back checker. So we are following the game plan. We're not falling into the trap of automatically making the 3-point. We are simply racing before green extends their prime even further and pens us in. So let's get out when we're up in the race and follow that game plan. Again, you need to think carefully. You need to apply system two thinking to make the correct decision over the board. So here white has a 3-1 to play. Now, of course, here the system one play is 11-7. Just quickly cover the 7-point, make the 4 prime, but that would indeed be a blunder. And the reason is it's just too passive. It's too quick. We are down a lot in the race and we need to do something more meaningful. So here we make the 10-point, which blocks green 6s, pens him in a little more, stops him escaping. Even if he does choose to hit the blot on our bar point with a 3, we will get a lot of returns. We simply need to do more than make our own bar point here. We're behind too much in the race. We're also trapped on a 23-point. So let's in turn trap green. So this again is a good demonstration of applying system 1, making the bar when we should be applying system 2 and looking for other candidate plays. I have done another video called the second best move. You can have a look for that on my channel, which demonstrates this thinking even further, that no play is obvious in backgammon, so you should always consider other candidate plays. Let's have a look at this play, which was taken from the recent Nordic Open tournament. Notice how white has one checker on the bar, it has a 3-2 to play. So how would you go about making this play? Now, the correct play is to enter on the 23 point and then simply make the 6 prime 6 to 3. Now, of course, here it is very tempting to hit the blot on the 22 point, but it's simply better to make the more solid structure, which increases our winning chances by around 4%. Here as well, we do have good timing. We are 10 pips down in the race, so the priming battle favours us as white. We also have some timing with that checker in the outfield and the spare on our 8 point. So here it's simply better to make the long-term asset rather than hit and then possibly get hit back and have 2 checkers back instead of 1 checker back. So again, we see the hitting play. We make the hitting play quickly, which is system 1 thinking, when we should be taking a moment to apply that system 2 thinking, slowing down, considering other moves over the board. And just by doing that, it will make you a better, more attentive and conscious player, because backgammon is about perception. It's about looking carefully and seeing different options and at least evaluating those options before just making a quick play. So there you are, Thinking Fast and Slow. Definitely worth buying that book. I'll put a link in the chat. It's very, very interesting. This is my email. If you would like lessons or would like to contact me, new videos every Wednesday. Much appreciated. See you soon. Bye bye.